Welcome to the Whoa podcast about horses and horsemanship. Today we are doing something a little different. Quite often I get requests from someone to be on the show. They have a good book, a new piece of tack, or a good cause. There's not enough content for a whole show, but it's worthwhile information that I think you need to know. Since I'm producing a long version every other week, I thought I'd experiment with a short podcast on the in-between weeks. Please let me know what you think. But for today, we have Beth Papopnik from Breakaway From Cancer. They're a charity and they're doing some really good things. Let me introduce Beth and have her tell us about her charity. Good morning, Beth. How are you doing?
I'm very well. Thank you so much for having us on here.
I'm glad you could be on. Give us a little idea of how your charity started and what exactly it is.
So Breakaway From Cancer is a registered 501c3 nonprofit organization. We are registered state and federal level, and we are here to assist those that are battling cancer within the equine industry. My background is in the barrel racing world, the roping world, and then a little bit of hunt seat. So that's where a lot of my connections are. With this nonprofit, it is open to all disciplines. So if there is an individual that's battling cancer and might need some financial assistance, it's open to them because it's all equine industry. So if you know of anyone that might be in the midst of their battle, we can help to provide financial assistance. Now, we started with 4 of us: John Lesko, Amy Lesko, myself, and Brian Relicki. A close friend of ours was diagnosed with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. And she had a pretty grim diagnosis in the beginning, and thankfully, progressively, it has gotten better. So we had thought, one of the best ways to assist those individuals is financially. Unfortunately, you can't take the cancer diagnosis away. And one of the biggest areas that you would like to aid them is so that they don't have to worry about their financial needs. She could not work, so they were down to one income, and her husband's income was cut short because he had been working out of town. So he wanted to be home with her so that he could help to assist through that cancer battle. So that's where the idea came from. Unfortunately, a lot of those businesses that might be able to help monetarily, they need to be able to know where their money is going. And if it's just a personal donation, it's really difficult for them to make it. However, when they make it to a 501c3, we can provide a tax-deductible receipt, and that way everything is in order for the IRS and all of that sort of thing.
Right.
So that's where the idea came from. We had done a couple of, small benefits for her, and we wanted to see if we could do more and then broaden it to help other people. So that's where Breakaway From Cancer came from. It's kind of a dual meaning. She is a breakaway roper. Mm-hmm. That's where a lot of our area is. However, it also has that meaning of we want for those individuals that are battling cancer to ultimately gain remission, so to break away from the cancer diagnosis.
Very cool. But you don't have to be in the roping field to take advantage of what you guys have to offer.
That is correct. It's open to all disciplines. Even if you're just a trail rider, you just have a hobby of trail riding. It's open to anyone in that equine area and equine community.
And if people want to get help from you, then how do they go about applying for something like that?
We have an application process, and our application will probably come out in around April, and we'll probably run it from April until June. And what we do start with is kind of like a tiered little application process. They submit to us a little video, just a little bit of their background. We have it all mapped out, what you want to tell us about. And then from there, those that are selected to go on to the next part, we have a little bit more of an in-depth application. And from there, it goes to our little review board, and our recipient is chosen for that year.
If you're one of the lucky ones who's healthy and you want to help out, how do you go about doing that?
We are set up in several different areas. We can take just direct donations. We have a website, and that's www.breakawayfromcancer.org. We also have a Facebook page, Breakaway From Cancer, 3 different words. And then we have our Instagram handle, which is all one word, Breakaway From Cancer. Now, we're set up through the Amazon Smile program. And for anyone that isn't familiar with that, if you have an Amazon account, all it is their charity side. You do not have to have a different login. You do not have to it costs you nothing. All you do is log in through Amazon Smiles, and then you will select your charity of choice. And if you would love to select ours, we would greatly appreciate it. If you search through their charities, it's Breakaway From Cancer, and our location is Canonsburg, Pennsylvania. So it doesn't cost you anything to shop through Amazon Smile. There are a ton of different nonprofits that are set up on there. And what Amazon does is they take a percentage of your total purchases and they donate it back to that charity. So even if you're not using ours, it's a great way to give back. And there are thousands of different charities on there for you to choose from. Another thing that we do is we are a part of the Tribute Grain Combach. It is their Tribute Proof partnership. So if you feed Tribute Grain, you can collect the Tribute Proofs and send them to us, and we will put them in. And what Tribute does is they give us a donation back for each Tribute Proof that we send in.
Very cool. That sounds good. Just to make sure that when you go through Amazon Smiles, and I've done that, they don't raise the price on the stuff you're buying.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they take a small percentage, a few pennies out of each purchase, and it really adds up throughout the year and through all the, of course, everybody knows how much business Amazon does. It's a great and painless way to give to your favorite charity.
Absolutely. It's fantastic that they do offer that program.
Thank you so much, Beth.
Well, thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate it.
That will do it for this short. Thanks to Beth Papopnik and the folks at breakawayfromcancer.org. I feel they started this charity to help a friend battle for her life. If we want the world to be a better place, we have to support better things. People who see someone struggling and jump in to help deserve to be noticed. Beth and her team at Breakaway saw their friend and competitor Emily was in a jam and jumped right in to help. I'm sure they didn't realize how much work they'd bitten off. Thanks to their efforts, Emily is healthy and can focus on her family and her horses again. There's a lot of ways to help. Donate if you can. If you can't, check out the Amazon Smiles program. It's an insanely painless way to help your favorite charity. I'll have all the links at wopodcast.com. I hope you enjoyed this short. Let me know what you think. You know how to reach me. Until next time, this is John Hare saying, go have some fun with your horses. Bye-bye, everybody.